Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so when we talk about heart attacks, what are some of the symptoms of a heart attack?
Right. Well, you have to know the signs and symptoms of a heart attack. It's very important because seconds can be the difference between life and death. So, if you are someone or someone you love is having these signs or symptoms, to include chest pain, which is the most common, but you cannot depend on that because some people can have what are called atypical symptoms, where they can have shortness of breath, they can feel their heart beating very quickly, they can have numbness or tingling in your arms, especially your left arm or your jaw. These are some of the signs and symptoms, and if someone is experiencing these symptoms, 911 should be called immediately, especially if you suspect that they're having a heart attack.
I think people are always talking about the response times,
Mhm.
and that could make a difference in saving a life. Correct?
That is so important to understand because understanding that it is so important not to hesitate. If you think something is going on, especially if you're somebody that has chronic medical conditions like chronic heart disease, diabetes, someone that's elderly, if you're having those signs and symptoms of a heart attack, that chest pain, that numbness in your arm or your jaw, those palpitations, go ahead and get checked out. Call 911 because waiting could be the difference between life and death. And just understand that cardiovascular disease is the number one killer according to the CDC. One person every 34 seconds dies of a heart attack in America.
So, what are some preventative methods that we could take to try to prevent cardiovascular disease?
Right, there are a lot of things you can do. Cardiovascular disease resulting in death is so preventable in so many cases. Just adapting a healthier lifestyle, eating healthy, exercising, this helps drastically. If you have chronic medical conditions like hypertension or diabetes, follow up with your medical provider and have these things checked and properly treated and controlled. And this will help so much as far as preventing you or someone you love from having a heart attack.
Thank you so much, Dr. Quinn.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Now let's get a check on that forecast with Chief Meteorologist Ken South.